So Mark, when we think about all this is changing a lot of the assumptions that we thought we were making about how we would architect and design things for our customers.
Yeah.
The explosion of data, the remote locations of all those things. What do you think this will do to the way that we think about architecture overall? This is something we talk about a lot, is generally how do we build things for our customers? Are we moving from a centralized architecture to something else? And do you think this has any impacts on security in the way that we think about that?
Oh, absolutely. So you brought up a couple things there. One is you were talking about the edge. I'll throw out something in a research program we did for one of our customers. We took a look at the amount of data being generated by 80 onboard compute systems. So this is things like LiDARs and the cameras and the navigation system and ... The amount of data produced on there, 5 cars will saturate a 5G cell. So what do you do in LA on the 405? Do you have like a little 5G cell every 8 feet? Is that kind of what you do? I mean, that's just intractable. So what exactly is the solution for the edge? But hang on, there's more. It's getting worse. There's a study that IDC did a few years ago that famously calculated that by the year 2025, that's only a few years down the road, 2025, most data will be created outside the core, outside a data center, outside of the cloud. It'll be on cars, smartphones, sensors on a pipeline, right? All of that data is going to actually be larger than the amount of data produced inside our nice air-conditioned data centers. And what does that mean? Well, we just talked about data gravity. So you can imagine if gravitationally the center of mass has moved outside the data center, this is a huge attack surface from a security point of view. So if you're still thinking about perimeter-based security, this is not going to be, not just tenable, it's just not going to be possible. So that's going to have to all be changed. The design paradigm for security is going to have to totally change.
So Mark, I appreciate very much that you brought up once again a space reference, trying to get me to talk about Space Camp. And I know that you know that recently there's been a new telescope that was launched, the James Webb Telescope, which has been remarkably efficacious. And it is allowing us to take pictures of all kinds of galaxies that are forming. And I had a chance to go to NASA in Houston this last couple of weeks that it made me want to go to Space Camp even more. So watch this space. Mark is going to be hosting a customer advisory board at a space camp in Huntsville, Alabama, before you know it, where we'll talk about the James Webb Telescope and its impacts on the observation of how data gravity is impacting stellar formation.
But the thing is, we actually need a little disclaimer when we actually put facts out there that are totally wrong, like your Huntsville one.
Yeah, don't quit your day job, boys.
Oh, I can talk about the impact to the edge architecture. Another impact that's going to happen at the edge when this data center of gravity starts shifting outside the data center, that's going to mean that we just can't keep shipping this data back and forth. So we're going to have to compute more and more at the edge in that autonomous vehicle on the smartphone. It doesn't make any sense to have an autonomous vehicle, have to call back to the mothership to say, hey, there's a gazelle in the middle of the road. Do I apply the brakes or speed up? There are some real hardware, software, applications, security implications that this is causing.